To complete assignment 3, you're using the pen tool, which I've selected here. All you're doing is tracing each of these shapes. So first of all, you want to understand how the pen tool works. When you're using the pen tool, you're creating what's called a path, and you're plotting what are called anchor points. So where I just clicked with the pen, that little box, that's an anchor point. I click again, click again, click again, and just clicking each time creates a straight segment in that path. Now, if I click, click and drag, click, click and drag, click, here I'll go back to the beginning, click and drag. These are all closed paths, so I'm starting and stopping in the same anchor point. But so that you understand, to get a straight segment, you click, click. To get an arc, you click, click and hold, and then drag. Click, click and hold and drag. And then you can click, click to get a straight segment again. And if you get a little hanger on, I didn't end exactly on the anchor point, I couldn't find it, click and end it, or I could have simply clicked on another tool to end the path. Now, let's actually go back to the assignment. Let me delete each of these that I just drew. So to complete a tracing of the star, it's all straight segments. Oh, sorry, I have to pick that pen tool. Click, 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 and you're just going to go all the way around. But look what's happening. The star is filling with white, so it's covering the color of the star I gave you. That's because I left the fill color on over here. If you want to shut that fill off, it'll be less confusing. It can become confusing. So all you have to do is move the mouse to this red line. It shuts off the fill color, but it keeps the stroke or outline color. And now I can continue. Now, I'm going to just make a couple mistakes so I can show you how to correct them. All right, so we finished the path. Obviously, I missed my target with this anchor point, and I may have added one too many. So let's see how you correct that. If you have to move where you've placed an anchor point, you want to come up to the direct selection tool. You click on the anchor point just to activate it, and then click and drag it to the position you want. Now, if you have an anchor point that you don't need, don't just place it in a position that it can hide. If you have an anchor point you don't need, let's delete it. So your pen editing tools, here is your pen, and you see the little arrow in the corner. That means there's more tools underneath. I'm going to hover over this end section, which is the tear off, and leave these tools open. So if I need to remove an anchor point, the delete anchor point tool, I just move over and I click. And let's say I delete too many and now I need to add an anchor point. So you go to this add anchor point tool, simply click anywhere in the path, take your direct selection tool, and now you can place it. So straight segments, just click, 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 and click, and you have all the straight sections for your star. All right, and if you'll notice over here in your layers, I gave you this original layer and locked it. That's where all those shapes are that you're tracing, and all your work is being done on the blank layer I provided to you. So let's do a circle. Now, I had shown you click, click, and drag to get arcs. So we're going to click. Now, if I simply went down here and click and drag, watch what happens. There is not enough, you can't get the proper arc here. So we don't want to do that. We'll start at the top. We'll go about a quarter of the way down. Oops, wait, sorry. Let's start that over. Okay, we're starting about the center at the top and moving the mouse down to about the center on the right side. Click, hold the mouse down, and drag. And what I want you to notice is these things sticking out of your anchor point. They're called handles. Okay, and these handles allow you to adjust the arc or angle. So we'll make a little screw up here so that I can show you how to fix. But let's do the next section. So we're going to click, come about halfway, click and drag, click, find approximately halfway up, click and drag, and to finish we go back to where we started. So click, click and drag. Now, oh, I did tell you I was going to mess it up somewhere, so let's do a little mess up here. Okay. All right, so I made an oops, and let's fix it. So the direct selection tool will let you adjust the handles. So as long as you can see the handles, you can adjust them. We don't see the handles here, and if I click to get a handle, I might end up moving the anchor point. So we have what's called your anchor point tool. This tool allows you to click and drag on an anchor point so that you can pull handles out. And once you've pulled handles out, you can then make adjustments to fix the arc or angle between, let's see, okay, let's try to get it here. There we go. And sometimes you have to fiddle just a bit to get the right arc. And we might need to adjust this one. All right, much better. Okay, so we've completed one shape that's all straight sections. And we've completed one shape that's all arcs. And now we have one left to combine the two. This is not an arc, an arc, an arc, and then a straight line across. It's all one path. So you'll see one line when you're done, and you are going to click, click and drag. So you're only going across the top of the arc. Click, click to get a straight section. Click, click and drag. Click, click, and then the last click, click and drag. This is all one path or line. And now to end, so you don't have this hanging, just click on a tool, it ends it. So if I were to move what I just did, it is all one line. This is all one line or path. These are paths, all one line. And that is it for the exercise. Save your file and submit to the Dropbox.